Don't look so worried. We're not gonna die. I promise you that.
Next is PW01408. That's you.
We will now begin the age aptitude test. Please try to relax. Stage 1. Inducing ash-blight corruption. Ash-blight corruption has been confirmed. Now progressing to Stage 2. Mounting God Arc. Progressing to Stage 3. Final stage. Implanting adaptive oracle cells. Status confirmed. Ash-blight corruption has been neutralized. Subject's vitals have returned to normal. Aptitude is positive. Congratulations. The process is complete. You are now an adaptive God Eater.
So you survived. Grade A. Oh, I haven't seen your kind around here before. How does it feel to give up your humanity? Hey, don't go and croak on us, okay? Your life belongs to the port now. You're of no use dead. Here, I'm gonna need you to sign this contract.
Come on. Let's go. Hey, you okay? You seem pretty out of it. Bad dream or something?
Yeah.
Anyway, rise and shine. I went ahead and asked about our next job.
How bad's it?
It's in a pretty thick spot.
Yeah, of course.
Looks like there's not too much time left for you and me, huh? Fighting an ash this thick will ruin a body in no time. And if we can't work, well, I doubt the folks at the port will want to look after us. Eventually, we're either going to run out of the bias factor we need to live, or we'll end up as origami snacks or bait, and that'll be that. A time-honored end for ages like you and me.
I'm not letting that happen though, now are we? Screw that.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen to us. I promise.
Yeah, of course.
After all, we've got too much riding on our shoulders. We'll keep going for the ones we couldn't save. It's a vow I made to them all. I'm never going to give up, no matter what happens. So, that's that. We are not dying.
Yeah.
The two of us will keep moving forward, on to whatever tomorrow brings.
Yeah. Yeah, of course we will. Update notice. A new accessory A and B has been added to the terminal. Hello everybody and welcome to God Eater 3. Now I know what you're thinking. Dark, you never said you were gonna... Yeah, I did. And when I did God Eater 1, I said when 2 came out I'd play it. When I did God Eater 2, I said when God Eater 3 came out I'd play it. And little did I know, only about 2 years later, and BAM! God Eater 3. Now, I did play the adaptive demo, or the action demo, whatever the fuck it was called, a couple weekends ago. I'm playing this like pretty much day of. But anyway, so as such, I know most of the generic layout, but I will run through it quickly for those that are unaware and are thinking about God Eater. So firstly, this is the terminal. Here you can edit your loadout and read various database entries. I've skipped past that already. Now we are in the loadout menu, which lets you edit your equipment such as God Arc parts, blades, bullets, clothing, and my current appearance, which therefore means I can turn my hair off of fire to slightly more ginger. Anyway, you can also save equipment sets that allows you to re-equip them quickly. The reason behind equipment sets is that way if you like a certain layout, for instance, in all the other God Eater games, if you've seen my channel, you'll know I'm quite a fan of the Buster Blade, so I usually have a loadout that's Buster Blade-esque. Now, I should also run through. There are 8 melee weapons in 3. That's 2 more than 2 and a lot more than 1. Anyway, they are as follows. You've got your short blade, which is good for dealing decent damage and getting the fuck out of there. It's more agile based, so not my cup of tea. Then there is the long blade. It's the default weapon of every protagonist, and as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I've heard, it's still the most broken weapon in the game. Then there's the Buster Blade, used to my favourite weapon purely based on a few of the buffs that it gets, and I'll explain them later if I'm using it. But I like the Buster Blade. Then there is the Boost Hammer that they added in God Eater 2. The Charge Lance, which is the most broken weapon in the game. Or is it a Charge Spear? Whatever it is. Then there's the Variant Scythe, which is also a personal favourite of mine because I like Scythe. Then there is the new and improved, added in for this very game, the Biting Edge, which as far as I'm concerned is dual blade. Then there is also the Heavy Moon, which looks awesome. Now, of each weapon you also get 3 bonus things that seem to be questioned out right now, and I've no idea what they actually are called. So we'll get onto that when it gives me them. In the gun section, because your God Arc changes from a sword to a gun to a shield, depending on what you're doing. Now, in the guns there is the Assault Carbine, which is an assault rifle, a Sniper Rifle, which allows you to go invisible for short periods of time and not be detected by enemies. You're not actually invisible with that idea. A Shotgun, which, well, it's a shotgun, what more do you expect? And a Laser, which is the replacement for the cannon from previous games. Ergo, what I will be using. So I'll change that over. Now, you can change your bullets. That's what it's telling you here. You can decide here which bullets to take on missions and which slots to equip them to for when you're in the field. I'm sure later on we'll be able to create our own bullets, but right now, don't worry about it. Now, of the shields, there are 3 types of shields. There's the Buckler Shield, which is this one here. It's the lowest defense but fastest to deploy, so a lot of the God Eaters that you will meet throughout this will be using that. There is the Medium Shield, that's name I don't quite remember, it's just called Shield, and that is decent defense, okay rate of deployment. And then there's the Tower Shield. It is the slowest by a large margin shield to deploy, but it has significantly higher defense. Right now, as you can see, that's the Buckler on our left with 141, and that's the Tower on the right with 172. There's a 30 difference. That's for the base rate. That then becomes several hundreds on the max versions. But we'll get onto that later. What I was here to do first was to fix my fucking hair. His hair is going to change colour like 6 times during this playthrough, so that's a bit better. Anyway, in this menu, I should point out, you can equip accessories to your player character, including shit like dog ears, cat ears, berets. If you want to be all military, that does not work on his head. Headset, simple story, and ribbons, extensions, and so on. You can also equip, for weird reasons, the default is to have this piece of tape. So I've kind of left it where it is. Can I change the color? Yeah, I can. No, it's only got 2. But anyway, I can change position though. 1, 2. That's about it. But yeah, so you can adjust varying things. You also get, as per every game ever, better sunglasses. For if you're grinding for materials and you want to look cool, you use the sunglasses. Even funnier when you make them different shades, because it's fucking stupid. Oh, there we go. That's the grinding mode. You can also change the equipment or your clothes that you're currently wearing. Right now we can only switch between 2 because we've not done anything. Now, for those of you wondering, Dark, should I go back and item prep? You pick which items to bring with your missions. There's a maximum, which is this list on the left. But right now we've only got 2, so that's what we're going to use. Now, for those of you wondering, when is this set, what's going on, and why? When I go in this menu, you're about to see, am I not called me usually? I'm under the codename Dark, which is what I usually use, but my player character's name is different. Purely because the main character from 1, as far as I was concerned, was the main character in 2. 3, on the other hand, I have no idea when this is set. Nobody does. The entire point of this is something cataclysmically bad's happened, and we're trying to work out what the fuck's going on. And that you now know as much as I do, because I've got no idea what's going on. Also, we're silent protagonists. Annoying, like, so I'm going to voice most of the cutscenes or try and put lines in that he should be saying at that scene instead of just headbobs. At least that's the plan. And I have picked the least bad voice actor for the male. There are quite a few, and the majority of them are okay, but they all have that one line that's like them exerting themselves and they sound like something's gone somewhere it shouldn't have. It's really bad. So I've gone with the guy who I'm pretty sure voiced Yuma something or other in Shining Resonance Refrain. But whatever, it works. Anyway. You can double check the details on the monitor. They say it's a high density ash acclimation. Get it prepped to the terminal and move out. On it, here you go. Right. Ash density certification is requested for new zones of action. Please execute acclimation programs 216 through 234. Here you can, this is the terminal, not the terminal, this is the mission menu, whatever. Used to be a human, I don't know why it's a fucking machine now. But anyway, here you can accept new missions and you can also filter the mission list by selecting the mission type and the rank. The type you get are standard, I think hard might be one, because it wasn't 2, and assault. Now assault missions are an 8-player free-for-all, where all of you are trying to kill one target. But it's a bunch of random idiots on the internet you're all chucked in together with. So I will not be showing that in this playthrough. I will be doing it, I'll be playing it, but I won't be filming it and showing it. Purely because people don't like their IDs being out and around there, and I really don't want to be fighting the same guy for 5 hours like I did in the demo. I fucking killed that guy though. I brutally murdered him when I finally got to win. But yeah, anyway. The standard missions are filtered by difficulty rank. So the default and the tutorials are all 1. D1 Ash Density Certification. So rank 1, what we can do. Due to your scheduled operations in high density ash environments, the following personnel are required to complete this program. PW01408, PW01407. I believe my default code name was 08, but I changed it to Dark because as far as I'm concerned in the Fenrir organization where the God Eaters are from, only the strongest God Eaters are ever given the codename Dark. Here you can choose which allies to accompany you on the mission. Set an ally into an empty slot to have them join you on your mission. See these greyed out windows? The ones that don't say locked, you can put people in. However, we've not got any more people, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, I've also changed my player's name from protagonist to Kuro Kresnik. Kuro means black in Japanese, and Kresnik is a reference to something I wonder if anyone can work out. I've also used a long fucking case of K for that, but whatever, close enough. Now, just check the radio settings. Here you can configure the mission radio settings. You can set background music as well, but only for the free missions. When you're grinding, you can set stuff. Now, I'm just checking if, firstly, all the subtitles are on. Good. And none of the default playback device. If I back up this real quick. If the playback device for the options isn't the wrong fucking thing. So sound. I've no idea. I'm going to have to treat the voices as per usual, but we'll see. And nope, TV speakers were okay. 2, for weird reasons, started off with that. So all the audio came at the controller, which is really fucking annoying. Anyway, the other thing I need to check, which is what I had to change in the action demo, which I'm so glad they changed, by the way, was the default for lock-on was right stick. You had to click it in to do it. Which is fine if you've just encountered the enemy, but if you're in a fight with like 6 Aragami at once, clicking that whilst trying to dodge and move the camera and it just becomes too much noise. So instead you just press the L1 button and hold it and it just snaps, which is much nicer. Now then, I've talked your ear off enough. Let's get onwards with kicking some Aragami butt in this mission. Let's go. Mission acceptance confirmed. Any unforeseen accidents during the mission are your own responsibility. Be extra careful to ensure that guard arcs remain undamaged. Hint. Once you accept a mission, you can talk to the guard outside to head out. Now, I know most of you have probably played this or played some variation of God Eater, so you know the majority of the controls, or at least the rough idea. But just in case someone's watching this for the first time, I'm going to run through the tutorials that pop up on screen and explain what they mean. Anyway, there are kids in here. I need to go pick up trash again. Wait, they put God Arcs on kids. Oh yeah, they did at the start. But still, what the... Who the fuck's running this? Because this shit's fucked up. You heading out? Don't worry if you don't come back. I can easily replace the whole lot of you. Oh, aren't you fucking happy? You better not think about making a will either. I refuse to deal with the paperwork. I'm opening the door now. This guy's a tool and I can guarantee I'm not gonna like him. But screw him. Dive technique? What dive technique? If an enemy makes a fucking mood. Boost hammers have short reach but deal heavy damage and high mobility. Boost ignition can be followed by a variety of actions, hence the name Boost Hammer. The Boost Hammer is actually quite fun to use. It's really fucking slow though.
Damn it! I can't see! Where is it? Where's the origami?
Our lines are crossed. What team are you with?
Requesting salvage! Please, I don't want to die!
Forget them. They're already origami, Chow. You've got your own jobs to do, so get to them.
Hurry up and let us loose.
Yeah, dick. Let me out.
I am now releasing the restraints on Pennyward Age's Hound 1 and Hound 2. Alright, you dogs. Sick 'em.
Let's do this.
I'm limiting your operation area. If you try to do any moonlighting, well, you know what happens.
Yeah, we know. Shall we?
After you.
We'll make it out of this.
Follow the program you were given and acclimate to the Ashlands. Once you've acclimated, return immediately. Defectors will be written off. That is all.
Something unexpected might happen. If it does, I'll use my own judgment.
Unnecessary combat may result in the loss of god arcs. Thus, fighting is prohibited. Proceed with tests to confirm effectiveness in high ash density conditions.
Yeah. How are you doing? I think I'm alright.
I'm alright, just not in the control. Also had a nosy Hugo's a god arc while they were talking. Also, I already hate my voice.
Are you disoriented? Look straight ahead for me.
Got it. There you go, started that one. Right.
You should be fine then. Let's move. Follow me.
As you can see, I am using the twin blades, the biting edge, because in the intro, which I now have to make, wasn't really planning on recording this year, but I have time, and you know, whenever I have time, I want to play it. Simple as that, and it just came out. But anyway, late bit the intro, but
move back. Another team is operating there.
Yeah, sure. The ones with their wires crossed? Keep a safe distance. Let's play it safe for now.
I will admit, I do like that if they're far enough away.
How hairy it gets. I always have fun when you're around.
Damn right, because I make things different. But no, I'm using the dual blades because
Climb on up. It's always an advantage in a fight.
here you go. I want to talk.
Crawling beneath you feels pretty good too.
Says that, but I don't see anywhere I can grab. Let's have a nosy. Charge!
This is Bull 1. I'm surrounded by origami. Requesting salvage.
This is Hound 1. I'm at Point Alpha. Can you break through their line?
Understood. I'll get through somehow.
I do not have permission to transmit. You want to get written up?
Hey, you can't blame me for being curious.
Idiots.
Still got some stamina? It's easy to get winded this deep in the Ashlands.
There's your stamina gauge. It's above the dark. Codename AG1. So that's right. Reason we're using dual blades and the fact that I use the name of Kresnik is what they call it.
Round 1. I made it through the line. En route to Point Alpha.
All right, we'll clear out the origami in the area. Proceed with caution.
Hugo, I owe you for this.
You do not have permission to transmit. Don't make me tell you again. You haven't completed the acclimation program. Proceed with your assigned mission.
If we can fight this deep in the Ashlands, who gives a crap about acclimation?
You'll be disciplined for insubordination. I hope you're ready for that.
I'm always being
Sure,
disciplined.
whatever you say. Now quit looking over my shoulder. Saying we're fighting in dense ash is enough of an excuse, right?
Yeah.
You'll regret this.
Oh, bring it, you prick. Currently, I'm the one wielding the weapon, remember? The only one who's gonna regret anything is gonna be you for pissing me off. Now, reason for being called Kresnik. As you can see, I'm currently wielding a lance. Lance of Kresnik, ring any bells? Should. One of the playthroughs I plan to do at some point. But this takes priority right now. Alright, sorry, I didn't realize there was an enemy. Alright, let's do this. Now, the only problem with the biting edge is it's a completely different weapon type to what I usually use. Buster swords are a crush type, these are spikes. But it won't make much difference once I destroy the living shit out of this thing. Alright, here you go, let's fight the frick. Sorry, I switched to the laser back.
Good. You took the initiative. You seem comfortable enough in a fight.
I'm
you
right
can fight in gun form, too. See if you can transform for me.
Okay, I love the transformation. Check this out. And it's dead. That's so awesome. Now, with the laser, what you do is press one button to fire, another button to stop. Hello. Where's that coming? Hello. Right. What your firing does is it uses OP, which are oracle points. Basically bullets to fire. Now the laser is a rather amusing thing, which I found in the demo, is that the more you use it, or rather the more bullets you use to fire it, or the longer you fire it, the stronger it becomes. So it becomes pretty damn good. Now, as you can see, I'm currently biting it. That is because biting them puts you into burst, which is why I got that trophy.
Expend OP. You can fight in blade form to restore your supply.
I hear a fight, and I'm going to the fight. Right. Now then, you can use, you use the blade form like we're doing now to build that green meter that's under my health. Now, because we're using a laser, we actually have more space. We have a reserve, which is what that number 1 is, which allows you to store up to 9 of those, and therefore fire big, scary-looking bullets that do stupid amounts of damage. Damn it, tried to do something cool and it didn't work. But anyway. I really wish the HUD would fuck off when I'm trying to fight this thing. It wants me to use a gun, I'm not using a gun. Get on with it.
Come in. This is Hound 1. All origami eliminated.
Now, Go 1, arriving at Point Alpha soon. Thanks a ton. I thought it was a goner this time.
Don't give up so easily. Nobody's got time to wipe your nose for you here. Okay, time to head home and get in our cells.
Yay. Why are we in cells, Hugo? You want to explain? No? Fine. Okay, I have no idea what gap is, but I know what AP is. AP is what you use to upgrade your teammate. I'll explain later. It's in the terminal. Alrighty, so we got some materials. These are the automatic rewards you get for clearing the mission. Completing it with so much endurance, basically you don't die, and you get an extra bonus. And victory is for, I don't know, clearing it at a certain time or a certain rank. No idea what either of them is. Now the point behind getting these materials is to upgrade your equipment, which I'll get to later. You alright?
Don't worry. Everyone made it back okay. A good result for us.
Yeah.
We might do as the port folks want. Work ourselves to the bone. Get dragged to hell and back. But that doesn't mean we're willing to give up our lives without a good fight. A place where ages can live out their lives without being controlled or pushed around by anyone. That's what we need, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Ouch! The guards went to town on you this time, didn't they? Bet that hurts. You never do as you're told, huh? Bet it's hell getting teamed up with this guy. I didn't know you were back from patrol, Zeke.
Yep, that's right. All done with my work for today. Listen, man, next time you should come out with me.
Why? Really?
Come on. I thought you were smarter than that.
What?
Having a chance to work with the Zeke Pennyworth should be enough to make you weep for joy.
Maybe you should mention how good you are.
Hugo's always so by the book. It must have been boring out there with him. Come on, I'll show you a real cool trick next time.
This isn't a sport, Zeke.
Look, I know that. You think I don't know that? Anyway, did you hear the recent news? One of the other teams was saying that a port nearby got swallowed by the ash.
That's the first I've heard of it. But it's not exactly news for ports to get engulfed by the ashlands.
Yeah.
Sure, it's no surprise when it's some base somewhere. But how will you feel when the ash is creeping closer and closer?
Are you talking about an ash storm?
Yeah, well, if one of those ash storms does come through, it's not like there's a whole lot we can do other than strap in and pray, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's about the size of it. Though, even then, riding one out isn't all that realistic.